Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, you guys. I know not everyone celebrates Hanukkah, but we celebrate it around here. And thank you all so much for joining me here today. So, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we got to talk about some Black folks, some liberals, having an absolute fit over this Mississippi Valley State being invited to perform at Trump's second inauguration. Oh, this is a historically Black college and university, HBCU. I attended an HBCU, as we say, and they're having a fit because, out in the Black community, a lot of people still figure that Donald Trump must be some kind of horrible racist or whatever, and they don't feel like these people should accept the inauguration. I mean, the invitation to the inauguration to perform in the parade. So in any event, that's what we're talking about today. But before we get into it, don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, all the things, hit the notification bell. And we're going to start off with a prayer right now. Dear God, in Jesus' name, we just thank you so much for grace and mercy and for your miracles, Father. You know we expect a miracle, Father, in this household, and I pray that you bless everyone under the sound of my voice immensely, Father, in ways they never thought you would. And I pray that you bring them peace, longevity of life, just peace and health, spirit, mind, and body. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's get to it. Hello, Ironeer Jew, Stanley Michael Rodriguez, my faithful ones. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to play some clips. And I try to be completely honest with you guys on this channel. I am not a politically correct person. Sometimes I find myself thinking, am I too not politically correct? Should I just tone it down a little bit? Should I just be mindful of people's feelings? Tell me how y'all feel about that, because I have trouble in that area. I'm not perfect. I feel like the truth is more beneficial than giving someone a sweet lie or toning it down so much that they don't even know what you're trying to say. That's just me. But these people are ignorant. They need to get some political intelligence. And I didn't always have it. Let's be clear. You guys know how I messed up in 2020 with how I voted. I've been very transparent. However, I never got on social media showing my ignorance. So that is just the thing. So I'm going to play some clips, y'all. Warning you now. I know it's going to infuriate you.
Mississippi Valley State University Marching Band, step to the front, because I heard that you all were invited to Inauguration Day. So go hang out with the Orange Menace on January 20th, and you have a GoFundMe to raise money. The Mississippi Valley State University Band has been invited to perform during the presidential inauguration parade in January. The Mean Green Marching Machine from Mississippi Valley State University has been invited to Washington, D.C. for the 60th presidential inauguration parade. Help us raise $350,000 to make this historic moment a reality. They've got a GoFundMe, and they've got a link for more information. Never mind this, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's holiday weekend to commemorate his birthday. Never mind that Orange Menace Mussolini is doing everything he can to dismantle the Department of Education, to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, to dismantle Black and Brown scholarship programs, and to dismantle funding for HBCUs, which you are one of. Now, I love Black children. I love Black people. I love my HBCUs. But y'all are really going to go perform on Dr. King weekend for that Orange Menace at the 60th inauguration parade? Really? That's what we doing? Okay. As always, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Oh, I did let her know what I think in the comments. If you look over to the right of this screen, you see my comments. I'm like, girl, she is okay. Y'all said be myself. I'm going to need Black folk to step it up several notches. Okay, do some research before you actually get on social media, letting everybody see you stupid. Okay, I'm not gonna call her stupid as in like she unintelligent, but like don't know what she's talking about politically. She just doesn't, because Donald Trump provided permanent funding for HBCUs, so much so that because he said black colleges were coming every year for funding repeatedly, and he was like, okay, well, I'll make it so you don't even have to come ask. You'll just automatically have the funding that you need. So where did she say that he was going to remove funding for HBCUs? That's not true. That's not true. I mean, he did something Barack Hussein Obama, the supposedly first black president of the United States, did not even do. And all this stuff about dismantle the Department of Education. You mean the Department of Education that is a mess right now that needs to be dismantled, where public schools are graduating children that can't even read or write or do math or history at grade level? That Department of Education, the one that has teachers unions running the public schools, and this money for, giving money to the Democratic Party and keeping the kids kind of like not able to actually read, that one? Okay. And she said dismantle DEI programs. DEI, wish it would DIE. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And what that does is they try to make a certain outcome by having certain percentage of people of varying lifestyles. It's not just about color, it's about lifestyle. But what they do is they pick the people of color that they want. It's not really based on merit, but what they want, the type of black person they want, someone who's indoctrinated or liberalized, is not based on merit. And who would even want a position like that anyway? It's like, I want to base it on my own merit. Nobody wants, if DEI is so great, then why does no one want to be known as a DEI hire? Okay, nobody wants to be known as that, literally nobody. So, and she said MLK. Well, you know how we've talked about MLK on this channel. I'm not, well, for those of you who don't know, Martin Luther King Jr., what he did for black folks is, let's just put it this way. At the end of Martin Luther King Jr.'s life, he feared that he had led black people into a burning house. Because the things that happen to black people, you judge a fruit by the tree that it bears, right? You judge it by the results. Black families were more intact before the civil rights movement, but they were terrible, left dismantled after the civil rights movement, because Martin Luther King Jr. taught black people to expect handouts from the government. And that was the poison pill. That is what led to welfare, which meant that you could not get money if there's a man in the home. So black women were married to the government rather than to the fathers of their children. And when you have the father out of the home, it is horrible. I don't even have to explain that to you guys. And therein lies the problem from so many different things. It was like a domino effect. And that is as a result of the modern civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s, because, it was led by MLK. So, I mean, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that this man didn't even believe in the things that he was preaching about. I mean, he was a minister, he was a reverend, but it was written, documented that he questioned the divinity of Jesus, the virgin birth, and the resurrection. And those are foundational to our faith. You cannot question those. You need to really believe. If you doubt, that is a salvation issue, let's just say. And so this is one woman's comment. And all those points I just had to touch on. And let's look again, see what I said to her. I literally posted Joe Biden and Kamala Harris locked up blacks for almost nothing, yet we voted for them because they're Democrats. We suffer from Stockholm syndrome. That's one of my comments. I also said we seem to be so uneducated on what is going on in politics. That's why we are at the bottom of every socioeconomic scale. We support evil Democrats. I also stated, okay, black people, what is wrong with us? Trump actually got HBCUs permanent funding, First Step Act, which released some blacks early from prison. And I was limited on how many characters I could type, but that is what I put. Okay, I had to say something because I believe in educating people. I can't stand to hear someone and she thinking she looking cute with these big red glasses. And nothing wrong with big red glasses, but she's acting like she knows what she's talking about, and she literally doesn't. And so That is my issue with that. And I'm going to show you some more clips. I mean, it is this really
Mississippi Valley State.
ignorance that's out there.
I was a Thurgood Marshall College Fund Scholar, right? And basically, in doing that, you go to DC, you have the opportunity to interview with all of these companies and potentially get a job, which is why I tell y'all, if you can go to school for free, even if it's not the most prestigious school, definitely do it because there are opportunities for you to get a good job. But nonetheless, I was there and I have my degree in communications and media. So I ended up doing like a promo video for them. And I was talking about my university and what, basically why am I proud to be a HBCU student and eventually graduate. And I was talking about the fact that
Okay, she's taking a while to get to her point, but I want, in case someone's watching my video for the very first time, as Sports Icons TV has stated, feminism and the welfare state are worse than chattel slavery, worse than slavery. Somebody's gonna see that and go, their mind gonna explode. I just had to stop and explain what I think you mean. And if I am off, you can correct me. But feminism and welfare, it was like taking the man out, you know, leaving the man out. Feminism teaches we don't need men bad, and all this kind of stuff. And marriage is like slavery. I mean, Nikki Giovanni was a famous poet during that time, and I did a video about her. She was a Black female poet during that time, and she was against marriage, looking at it. And the modern feminist movement of the 60s did look at marriage as some sort of slavery, that, because we had to be subject to our husbands, submissive. And we saw it, a lot of women at that time saw it as slavery, and it kept the man out of the home. And what it did was the welfare system kept the man out of the home, and it destroyed the Black family. It led to teenage pregnancies, gang violence, all sorts of things like that. And a lot of people that are born into situations like that, not all, but a lot of them repeat the cycle, and it is a state of poverty that is perpetuated throughout generations. So that is what I think you mean by that, because at least with slavery, the Black family, I hate to say it, we were separated, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we were separated from our families. And I don't know if I would say that these things were worse than slavery, but I don't know if I would say that. But what I think you mean is that during slavery, the Black family was more intact, and we were not on drugs and strung out and laid out in the streets and joining gangs. So in some ways, it morally corrupted us more. Maybe that's what you mean. And if I'm incorrect, you can always correct me. But I feel like being invited to something like this is just such an honor. I mean, I just feel like it's such an honor, and it should not be limited. We don't have to always agree on everything, but a lot of Black people look at it like, that man is racist. Don't talk about racist, because I'll get you on Jim Crow Joe. Jim Crow Joe. I just wish people would know better. I can't help myself. I have to get into the comment section and get on to them. Don't forget to smash the like button, you guys. I'm going to let you hear this video right here. Smash the like, comment, and share, okay?
Mississippi Valley State University is literally built in the middle of a cotton field. It is literally like when it used to flood, or not flood, when it used to rain, the campus would flood, because it's literally built in the middle of the cotton field, and there is just certain things with the rain and stuff that you could tell had been, like, the irrigation had been removed, and this was an area that was took place in places like started in places like Mississippi. They do, but I will pray and hope that people will listen to the alumni, because let us not forget Chrisette Michelle. Chrisette Michelle sang, she performed at the inauguration, and she has never been able to shake that. The thing is, when you are the underdog and you do some bullshit, there's really no coming back from that. And unfortunately, Mississippi Valley State is the underdog in this situation. You're not one of these elite HBCUs where, people will forget about it. No, people are going to hold you to the fire. And the thing is, I remember this happening in the 2016 presidency. I remember Trump trying to like have this relationship with HBCUs, and I remember how that backfired on a lot of HBCUs. A lot of HBCU presidents that chose to go and sit with Trump, um they felt the backlash. But when you're in a place that's poverty stricken the way that that area is, sometimes you're like, oh well, any exposure is good exposure, right? I'll take any of it. And so I understand how we got here. And it comes down to the systemic um belittling of HBCUs like Mississippi Valley State, where they don't have the money, they don't have the opportunity. But when we're coming off of the backs of things like the Ocean of Soul with Texas Southern performing with Beyond.
I'm tired of listening to her already. But anywho, okay. This is my problem with some black folks, okay? We don't stick together. We get mad when somebody have a difference of opinion. We expect everybody to think like the majority, and some of us got a mind of our own. And if you want to come up to me saying why you a Trump supporter and you should be doing that, I'm gonna tell you to go kick rocks barefoot. I'm gonna tell you that, and I'm not gonna be politically correct. I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself now. These people are out here on social media acting a fool, as we say in the South, in Georgia anyway, part of Georgia I come from, acting a fool, showing you ignorance. All right, we can't. This is an opportunity for these kids who work hard to go to an inauguration, to shake hands with some people. It's an experience. It is a compliment. It's an honor. And the reason these people are out here saying bad things about Trump is because they've been lied to and indoctrinated by the media. So they feel like, oh, that he's a racist and all. He has absolutely no evidence of racism in any of his policies. And if somebody say one more thing about the Central Park Five, that was an opinion piece. And at the time, everybody else believed those men were guilty as well, because at that point, they had admitted to it. And that doesn't mean he's racist because he thought they were guilty. They just happened to be black. He thought they were guilty. He didn't say they were guilty because they were black. He didn't say they deserved the death penalty because they were black. We take it like that. We need to look at things the right way to look at them. Because if we were to be honest, the Democrats have held us like this, in bondage on a plantation, can't get off of it. I just looked at Dinesh D'Souza's video, a documentary. It's called Hillary's America. If you guys haven't seen that, you should definitely check it out. He revisits the origin of the Democrats and on the whole thing with the Steele dossier. It just does like a history lesson. It's very good. But in any event, I hate to see people give people a hard time just because they have a difference of opinion. And I'm gonna be honest, black liberals are the worst. They treat black conservatives worse than anybody else. Worse than anybody else. They come at us so harshly. They think we're like Uncle Toms, we're sellouts, but they don't say anything to the real sellouts like your Reverend Al Sharptongue and all these other ones out here that are your real sellouts, like your Roland Martins. I call him Uncle Roro. Those are your sellouts, because they're actually getting paid to keep their people, to keep the other black folks on the Democrat plantation. That's what they're paid to do. Grift. Al Sharpton's been a troublemaker since way back in the day. I saw some old pictures with his chubby self with that perm hairdo, looking like my hair right now. I'm serious, looking like a woman's hair in that little tight jumpsuit. But I'm just saying, I have very little patience for this. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me that people have a difference of opinion. What bothers me is that you get on to and attack other people that don't agree. That's the part that bothers me. That is truly the part that bothers me. Instead of saying, well, everyone's entitled to their opinion, I don't agree with it, and move on, they got to go up here and attack and backlash and all of this. The people that they should have been backlashing against is the president right now. Joe Biden is on his way out. Thank God. That's who we should have had a backlash against. That's for real. That's keeping it 100% honest with you guys. That is a hot mess. And I don't want to listen to any more of what she has
I was a
to say.
Thurgood Marshall
But
College Fund scholar, right?
but it's so much.
HBCU sweatbands. HBCU sweatbands. Let's talk about it. Belly has got invited to the inaugural for Donald Trump. When do we learn to stand up straight, put our chest out, and stand for what the fuck we are
language
as people, as a society? Because it's one thing to be invited and everything was to be paid for, everything's to be luxury, and y'all was to get paid or something, but you're not. They're literally slapping your ass around and playing in your face, making you feel like, oh, this is a historic moment and this can mean so much. What is that gonna really do for you in the band? Honestly, what? If y'all got to go raise $350K to be able to go, what is that going to do for the band? They literally just using y'all just to say, I had a HBCU band. I don't know. I'm not here to tell nobody what political party that they choose, but when your school and everything you're about is historically Black, and the person that's the inaugural is for, it's the Ku Klux Klan, bitch.
You hear what he just, Lord, I'm gonna have to turn him off. I just can't believe Donald Trump ain't never been in the Klan. His family never owned slaves, unlike Kamala Harris's family. And I'm not the one to hold against people what their ancestors did, but I'm just proving a point by bringing that up. He's gonna say he declined. This man is 10 times ignorant. He's ignorant to the 100th power. That was just dumb. Donald Trump, Lord Jesus. Lord, help us, Jesus. This is about the dumbest thing. I'm sorry. That is just dumb. Donald Trump doesn't have any affiliation with the Klan. He's a Republican. The Democratic Party has much affiliation with the Klan. Oh yeah, remember? Hillary and Jim Crow Joe was mentored by Robert C. Byrd, a former Klansman. Yes, Joe Biden, he was still linked to the Klan. After that, accepting donations from them and all of that. Why is that? Even though he was a former Klansman, that's Robert C. Byrd, senator, I believe, out of Tennessee. He mentored Jim Crow Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton. And Joe Biden spoke did the eulogy at the man's funeral, or he spoke at the man's funeral. So these are things that I'm going to need Black folks in America to be up to speed on before we get out here on social media, out here in these social media streets. And I'm hoping they delete those videos, because that is just ignorance times 100. That is ridiculous. They Democrats with triple K. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's the party of the slave masters, the slave owners. I mean, the Klan, Jim Crow laws, all of that, all of it. Okay, that is the party that has separated the Black family through mass incarceration and welfare, truancy, and all of that, with Kamala Harris and her history. And then Donald Trump, in the meantime, has none of that in his history. These people are literally looking at the TV, getting all of their information. Did they dig even any further? They just listen to the talking points on the media. In the media, they listen to these ignorant talking points. The Democrats literally accuse people of the very things that they are guilty of. They are the racist. Whenever someone is constantly accusing, Satan is the accuser of the brethren. I mix my religion and politics go hand in hand, you guys. I know that the devil is the accuser of the brethren. And what does the Democrats do? They constantly accuse. Satan uses divide and conquer, the same thing that the Democrats use. This party is ran by the devil. My opinion, somebody cannot like it. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. That's just the truth. You know, I can't just sit up here and sugarcoat stuff for y'all. I can't do it. Yes, it's the Democrats that have been using the black population, not the conservatives. That young man was a perfect example of everything you said is said. It's horrible. Okay. I just it pains me to know that the Democrat Party was the very party that was choosing to keep black people down, and the Republicans are the ones that are trying to help. I mean, literally, they were like, okay, they got to have the right to vote, abolish slavery, right to vote. Republicans don't just give handouts for people who can work, who won't. They give something to people who just can't work. That's Republicans. Republicans believe in, if you're mentally able and physically able, young enough, you need to be working. If you need something, we're not going to give it to you like that. We give you a hand up, not a hand out. And that is what you need, because Democrats give things to control. Because if you don't do what they say, they can snatch the rug out from under you. That is how they have always been. And they did it earlier in the 20th century. That documentary by called Hillary's America by Dinesh D'Souza said that the Democrats back then were the immigrants that were coming to America from Europe and other parts of the world. The Democrat politicians would meet them at the train station and give them all this stuff, bring them to a slum apartment and give them things, and then take them to go vote for them. And I believe it, because that's what they're doing now with the illegal immigration system. Giving them the app, letting them run across the border, give them things, put them up in a luxury hotel, give them debit cards, just all this stuff. Even maid service, I heard. So this is the same party that pays people, like Kamala Harris had to pay people to interview her, to endorse her, and all of that. She paid them. They pay to play. That is what they do. I'm just saying, and it just bothers me that people are out here supporting the very party that hurts us. And they use black people to hurt other black people. And I say that because the Democrats really attacked black people, in my opinion, first. But right now, it's gone beyond just black people, y'all. They're after all of us. These are facts. Okay. They're after all of us. They're using race to divide. That's why they put all these things with a white person unaliving a black person, make it to be something racist, like with Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely, which is the most recent incident. But I'm going to stop going off on a rant. I'm sorry. But just to let you know a little bit more about Mississippi Valley State University, it is a historically black college and university. It is in Mississippi, of course, and it was established in 1950. Okay. And this is about a marching band performing at the inauguration next month, performing in the parade. And a lot of people are just so upset because they feel like, how could you belittle yourself so much to go perform for this racist man? And he's not racist. Yeah, he's not. But I'm going to let you listen to some people who got some sense. Okay. So I'm going to do that for you right now. You guys are just commenting here. I just can't help myself. I just have to say things that I believe to be true.
HBCU sweatbands. Let's talk about it. Belly
has, you guys, this is making a noise.
HBCU.
It just is making noise.
HBCU sweatbands. Let's talk about it. Belly has got invited to.
Oh, sorry.
All right, everyone. I am.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know how these things are when they just start playing. But I want to share something with you right now. Someone that actually has sense.
This came across one of the greatest announcements. I'm gonna call it great, man. A lot of people that look like me ain't gonna say it's great, or don't say it's great. And that's these kids from Mississippi Valley State going to President Trump's inauguration. I usually stick to my little algorithm with me working out, with me doing workout things, and you know what I'm saying, like that type of stuff, fitness things, right? But this right here, like when I saw this, and I was happy to see them, you know what I'm saying, get the invitation. But when I started, like, you know what I'm saying, like looking up on TikTok on how they getting there and all this stuff, I started seeing that a lot of people that look like me were mad about these kids getting that invite. We already know that Mississippi Valley State is an HBCU, some of the most underfunded schools in the United States of America, right? These kids need donations to make it to their inauguration, to perform there. I saw one TikToker saying, a few of them saying that, hey, let Elon Musk do it. Okay. And if Elon Musk does it, guess what they say about the black folks that didn't want to donate to him? No unity. We steadily screaming, we want black people to progress, we want this, we want that. But yet and still, as soon as somebody get an opportunity to shine in a positive light, if it ain't the way we like it, we don't rock with them. I congratulate these kids, man. I hope to God they go. I hope to God they enjoy this opportunity.
That's right.
I really do. Because this is gonna set them up, and as well as that school up, for greater things to come in the future.
That's right.
That school was started in 1950. They don't get no more than 23, 24, 2,500 students there a year. And under 40% of them graduate per year. Under 40. Think about it. That's their whole senior class. Under 40% of them graduate. Either A, they can't afford to keep going, the school can't afford to keep them, or the school's too run down and they leave anyway. I don't know the condition of Mississippi Valley State or the amenities or anything, but we already know not too many HBCUs are in the best conditions. Y'all let these kids shine, man. Let these kids get this opportunity, man. Get off their job. Let them do it. If you don't want to progress, get out their way. You go sit in your hole and eat your Cheetos and scroll on TikTok and spew your hate. That's what you do. But let these kids get their just due, man. They worked hard for it. Out of all the schools, the colleges, and the HBCUs in the United States of America, this little dog got invited to do their thing. Let them shine, man. Get out them kids' way.
Get out of their way. Let them shine. You know, this is another thing I got to bring up. Donald Trump is supposed to be, in some black people's minds, they say he's a racist, right? We already know that. But then he had a black band or something like that the first time. This was during my Trump derangement years, so I didn't even know that happened. So it's like, darn if you do, damned if I do, and damned if I don't. They want to say, well, he's a racist because he didn't get, before he had some black cabinet picks, which he later got. They had to try and call him a racist. Then he got that, and then they said, okay, they shut up. He had a black band the first time at his inauguration, but they didn't want to bring that up. They still tried to paint him a racist. He gave all this money to HBCUs, First Step Act, all this stuff, opportunity zones for black businesses and black people and all of that. And still, he's still a racist. Got to keep pushing that narrative. Don't let the black folks out there that watch the mainstream news know that this man is actually not the racist and that we are. They the ones. Okay. And, if he didn't have a black band, they would be fussing. He a racist. He had nobody black in the parade. Then you have somebody black in the parade. Why y'all going to support that racist? I mean, you just can't win for losing with these people. I mean, you damned if you do and damned if you don't. They gonna make you be a whatever. They gonna piss and moan. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Pee and moan about, well, he a racist. He had nobody black. And then the black people that you a sellout. You should be. I mean, they gonna fuss either way. Y'all dumb. Not y'all, not my subscribers. I'm talking to the people out there who might run across my channel who act like this. If you come across my channel and you've been giving those children at Mississippi Valley State a hard time, you are dumb. Okay, that's who I'm talking to. Ridiculousness. Get educated. Stop being a pain in the A squared. Okay, we're sick of that. These kids have worked hard. They got an opportunity. It's an honor. I pray they get the 350K to go. I mean, I really do. Sounds like a small school. And I don't know how the HBCUs are in Mississippi, but in Georgia, we are doing okay because we have funding. The schools are not run down. They look nice. Much nicer than when I went. But they look fine. New dorms, new things, and they're doing well. Oh, you say the band is bigger than the sports team there. Wow. Okay. Very good. Oh, thank you so much, Robert Rise. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's what I say, Iron Ear. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it could change their lives. They could put a spotlight on the school and help them get, if they're a poor school, which it sounds like they might be, then it gives them more money, to help the kids and the school to do better. I mean, the people aren't looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to say, I'm so tired of Black folks acting like this. I'm so tired. I really am, you guys. And I don't know if you were familiar with this whole situation. I saw it from another YouTuber, and and I just said, oh, that'll be good to do a live on and get people's mindset. But that last man, he spoke the truth. Let them do it. Stop, just leave them alone. Shut up, get out of the way. If you can't be helpful and promote unity and goodness and just be actually looking at it as an opportunity for these people, these folks out here doing backlash just need to shut up and get out the way. Get the hell out of the way. Go kick rocks. That's just how I feel about it. Go kick rocks, because this is ridiculous. They work hard, and I was in a band. I was one of the dancing girls. You have to get up early in the morning and do practice. It's still dark outside, and you're practicing. And first of all, you got to work out before you even get to the practice. You got to run around the track several times, do exercises, then practice over and over and over again. I mean, that's like every day. We had band camp and all of that. It's hard work. Okay, it is literally a lot of work. And I wanted to share a clip with you all with them performing so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see this. No, I was going to try and find a clip, but I might not be able to find one. I'll find one, but I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, all the stuff. Because these people are just going absolutely crazy.
Please help me figure out.
Man, I just came up.
Yeah, I can't find it. But in any event, we need to be.
Can't stop. Wrap my handcuffs and fighting bullies in the sandbox.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Y'all, me and so sorry. They must think Trump was blind when he had a Black girlfriend in his younger days. I guess he couldn't see. Home of the GOAT, Jerry Rice. That's my husband, y'all. Calvin Bentley too. Say shout out to Cal. I was in a marching band and had the best experience of my life. Went everywhere and met so many people. Never stop your dreams for anybody. That is so true. That is so true. Maybe they are upset because it wasn't Kamala's alma mater, Howard University. Then it would be celebrating. I would like to see that. That would be interesting. I want to see this backlash as a blessing in disguise. It's bringing MSVU into the spotlight so that hopefully people will go donate. That would be amazing if they donate, guys. That would be so amazing. Anyway, don't forget that I am on the Linda B Show at Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last week, of course, it was holidays, and this week is too. But I'm going to have a show come out Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. The Linda B Show. And I have a panel of people, sometimes just one other person, but we're talking about things. Very interesting things. We talk relationships, we talk romance, we talk about all that kind of stuff, culture, everything but politics, everything that's out there trending, all of that. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight for this live stream. Please do like, share, and comment this video, and also watch my videos that I posted today. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and March on, warriors. Good night, everybody. Good night. Have a good one.